All right, let's dive into something pretty cool today. We're going to be talking about COSMOS, which is an AI-powered platform that's really trying to build what they call the classroom of the future. We're going to break down how it works, who it's for, and, is it actually living up to the hype?
This really is the big question, isn't it? It's something parents and teachers are thinking about all the time. I mean, the world is changing so fast, and the skills our kids are going to need to succeed, they're changing right along with it. So the real challenge is, how do you build an education system that can actually keep up?
And let's be real, schools are up against some serious hurdles. There's a huge lack of easy-to-use, ready-to-go materials, which means teachers end up spending so much time on prep. And get this, there's also a major shortage of IT teachers, with some studies showing that gap is as high as 53%. Plus, the old ways of teaching often just don't grab students' attention like they used to.
So, here's how we're going to break this all down. First, we'll dig into the challenge CODMOS is trying to solve. Then, we'll explore its whole learning universe, check it out from both a student's and a teacher's perspective. And finally, look at the big ideas that make it a possible blueprint for that future-ready classroom.
Okay, first things first, let's really define the problem we're talking about. In a world that's basically being rebuilt by AI, there's this massive gap opening up between the skills kids need and what schools are actually equipped to teach them right now.
And tackling a problem that big requires a solution that can work on a massive scale. To give you some perspective, one of the platforms taking this on, COSMOS, is already being used by over 2.5 million learners. Wow. That number alone tells you just how huge the demand for a new approach really is.
And what's really cool is that their mission is so much bigger than just teaching code. The whole idea behind it is about empowering students to unlock their true potential, to give them the tools to be creators of technology, not just consumers.
So we've got the why, now let's get into the what. What exactly is this CODMOS learning universe?
Okay, at its heart, Coding CODMOS is an AI-powered interactive platform for students from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. But it's not just about basic coding. The whole curriculum is designed to build a complete set of future-ready skills. We're talking everything from programming and AI to big data and automation. It's really a full toolkit for this new digital age.
Now, a platform can sound amazing in theory, right? But how does it actually feel to use it in a real classroom? Let's explore the CODMOS experience, and we'll start with the students. For a student, it's this awesome 4-part journey. It all starts with practicing the fundamentals. Then, they get to explore those ideas in these cool, story-driven missions. After that, they take everything they've learned and start to build their own projects, with the ultimate goal of totally mastering the material and becoming digitally fluent.
And this is where it gets really fun, because the whole platform is basically a giant video game. Students create their own Galaxy Passport profile and then get to explore these learning planets with amazing names like PyTown and Biblio Dungeon. As they finish missions, they earn coin rewards that they can use to customize their characters and spaceships, and when they conquer a whole planet, they get an official certificate. It turns learning into a genuine adventure.
Okay, so that's what it's like for the kids. But what about the teacher? Well, for them, CODMOS is basically mission control. It gives them all these powerful tools to guide their classroom, and they don't even have to be a coding expert to do it.
And this is where that AI becomes a teacher's superpower. The Smart Dashboard is constantly analyzing how students are doing. It automatically points out who's flying through the missions and deserves some praise, but it also gently flags the students who might be struggling a bit and could use some extra encouragement. It's like having an assistant who gives you exactly the insights you need right when you need them.
And the toolkit for teachers is just, wow, it's so complete. You can set up entire lessons with just one click. You can track everyone's progress in real time. You can even see how long they're spending on tasks and look at the actual code they're writing. The system can whip up detailed weekly reports for every single student, which makes giving personalized feedback way easier. It just automates all the tough stuff so teachers can focus on, well, teaching.
A great user experience is one thing, but it has to be built on a really solid educational foundation. So what's the actual teaching philosophy that holds this whole CODMOS universe together?
The curriculum is really smartly designed to grow with the students. For the little ones in kindergarten through 2nd grade, it's all about the basics, foundational ideas taught through fun, hands-on activities. Then, as they get older, the content gets more and more advanced, building on their programming and problem-solving skills all the way through middle school.
And you should know, this isn't just a curriculum they made up on their own. It's all carefully aligned with major global standards from groups like the Computer Science Teachers Association and the International Society for Technology and Education. For schools, That's a huge deal. It's an assurance that the content is top-notch, relevant, and recognized around the world.
So we've seen the what and the how. Let's wrap things up by focusing on the impact. In the super crowded world of educational tech, what is it that truly sets CODMOS apart?
It really comes down to 4 key things that make CODMOS different. First, it's field-proven. We're talking over 3,000 schools are already using it. Second, it's accessible. You don't need a staff full of IT experts to make it work. Third, the content is just genuinely engaging for kids. And finally, it's flexible, letting students move at their own pace, which is so important.
And if you want proof that this approach actually works, look no further than the feedback. CODMOS has a 95% satisfaction rate among both teachers and students. I mean, a number that high tells you it's not just an effective teaching tool, it's also something that the kids who use it genuinely enjoy.
So, after looking at the challenges, the platform itself, and the results, it kind of leaves us with one last thought. We're always talking about what the classroom of the future is going to look like. But when you see a tool that's this integrated, this accessible, and this engaging, you really have to wonder, what if it's already here?